guys, Anna here, and welcome back to Builds with Anna. Today we are in the world of Willow Creek and we are building a suburban style starter home for our sim Amelia Jennings. Now, as you can see, I'm starting off with the house. Now, I've built this very differently to how I usually build it. Normally I start with the room tool, but I decided to try just using a wall tool and just drawing freehand. And this is what I came up with. I had a lot of issues with the roofing for this one. I ended up going with these hipped roofs because I really liked the shape. I still used a gabled roof in the front for a bit of detailing, but I really liked how it turned out. Just pulling some trim around. Just going into some roof trim. Now, this style of house, as I said, was suburban, but the color scheme for this house was based upon a light blue shade in Amelia's t-shirt. So she's got like a light blue. You may not be able to see it in the speed build version, but she's got this light blue and it set the tone for this house. It's such a girly, cutesy home, and I really love how this one turned out. So we're just going in with some terrain paint pathing, and I think I should have gone with the cobbled together option. I don't think this actually stood out as much. It looks way too green as opposed. I would prefer the terrain paint to have a bit more white in it. Yep, so we're going with a brown roof, and that really works well with, as I said, this light blue color scheme. So the color of the outside is just very reminiscent of the blue that was in her t-shirt. I just thought it was such a good inspiration for me. Just going in with some decking. I use this flooring throughout the whole of the house. And now we are moving into the floor plan. I struggled with this one a bit. Now, even though it's a one-bedroom house, I really struggled, as you can see here, to try to work out her bedroom. So you will actually see me use placement furniture, which if you watch my top 5 floor plan tips video, which I will link at the end of this one for you, I explain that. I explain how the importance of placement furniture can really help you decide the sizing of a room and the size that it needs to be. So I knew that bedroom was functional because I had that double bed in there, and I could clearly see the clearance that bed created around that space. So now we are playing around with the layout of the house. So this is the house, and this is that wallpaper. So this is the preppy baby light blue kind of checkers wallpaper. Now I think it's a children's wallpaper, but I'm obsessed with it. It fit this build so well, and it just made this starter home be this really cutesy starter home, and I just felt that it matched the Sims personality so well. And I really enjoyed how I used that half wall that separates the kitchen from the living space. I thought it was a very easy technique, and I do often use half walls like that. And the reason I do that is because it obviously sections the room, but it doesn't completely close it off. So it keeps that open floor plan type vibe. So we're just in the kitchen. Now, I had issues with this trash can. I didn't know where to put it. I didn't want to put it too close to the stove because I didn't think that was functional, but I didn't want to put it out in a hallway. In the end, it's near the stove. It just had to be there. I had no other choice. So normally I do not like that countertop swatch, the color that I've gone with, but it fit this house, so I went with it. Just as I said, ran with the blue theme. Even that cream color that's in the couch is also in that countertop. So mixing a bit of the color there. That welcome mat was absolutely perfect for this build. It just fit it. It's kind of that homely vibe that I was going for. Bathroom, very basic bathroom. Nothing much in here. Very standard. This was interesting because I went into this build thinking, oh, I've got to be so careful about how much money I spend. I end up having so much money, and when I was editing the footage for this build, I realized I didn't put columns in on the house, which is something I always do. It's something I religiously do, and I definitely encourage you all to do it. And I didn't do it, and I had so much money for it. But also, she doesn't have a rug under her under the bedroom under the bed, so that's another thing that I would normally do that I didn't do in this build. Again, just putting some flowers. I thought that lily pot was beautiful. This rug is I think it's my favorite base game rug, and it just fit that space so well, bringing in more of that beige. So now we're into her bedroom, and I do keep this bed, and I just changed the swatch of the bed, I believe, to a bluey, yes, the one that has like the leaves on it. It's probably the best swatch around for this bed. I don't think the other ones are that quite nice. We went in with a dresser, even though it was a bit of a tight squeeze, but that's okay. And I remembered a wall clock. Now, this is the point where I was like, oh, I have 6,000 simoleons and I've basically decorated this house. So it's polar opposite to the Mediterranean starter home, if you've seen that build that I had done, where I really struggled with finding simoleons for objects. This was quite the opposite experience, which was quite entertaining to me at the end when I was editing and I realized I didn't place those columns. So basically the inside's done. We're now going through for landscaping. So what do? I place planter boxes everywhere. We know this. You know, if you are a long time Anna Builds watcher, you will know all about having planter boxes everywhere. I did a little bit of an outdoor seating area. I thought that was really nice. And at first I was like, oh, probably could only put 2. But then I was like, I have 5,000 simoleons. I can afford to put 4 jets. We just extend that terrain paint. And then I thought, why not do a little office at the end of this hallway? It made sense. It was a way to use a lot of the money. We upgrade the TV. Again, I've taken a cheaper TV and I've created a larger size by using the bracket key. So I've sized it up. Just a little end table there. Side table, sorry. And we're just cluttering. We're just going around the house, adding bits and bobs. I do end up taking the books that I'm placing here and place them into the living room because they were empty. And then I've gone around the whole house with the standard curtain option that Anna uses. Just in a white colour. I felt it was the best colour for this house. Brings out the white in the wallpaper, also in that trim in the wallpaper as well. So yeah, that's really the build, guys. We are going around and I at this point was like, what skill items can I add? So we've got a chess table, and I think that's it really. I don't think I add any other skill building. Other than the planter boxes, maybe. I could have easily added an easel. I'm not sure why I didn't. Just a quick painting on top of by the dining, a flower by the door. And then I realized that I really liked this decorated, I don't even know what they're called. It's just a decorated hook piece that sits underneath the roofing. And I thought they were really good. And then we went into debug to do the majority of the landscaping. And then these white flower in these vase type pots was so pretty. So I put those by the entry. And right now we are just doing the landscaping. So I'm just in debug. I don't know why the colors were so off. I think sometimes with seasons, like sometimes when I'm building, like the colors are a bit off. If you don't have seasons, I'm sure they wouldn't look like this. But in my game it does, unfortunately. So we did just see Amelia there. You might have seen her a little bit better there. As you can see, the pink and the blue in her top. So yeah, so that's what we've based the house off. Is that sim and just her personality. So I've lowered the foundation so I can alt place the plants closer towards the build so it doesn't clip and it doesn't it kind of looks like it jumps, and that's when you have the foundation and it just won't let you apply it close enough. So that's a tip. You can actually lower the foundations, place all your plants or your landscaping, and then raise the foundation back up, and voila, you'll be done. So again, I don't think there's, yeah, see, I've just raised the foundation again. I'm going around with some terrain paint, sand or dirt. And yeah, we are just finishing up, but this is the point I realized that I didn't have columns. Now, the wallpaper does have kind of like a faux column, but I still think it needed columns. I still think it would have been better with columns. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And yeah, so now we're just doing this final detailing. Now, I found that kind of awning thing that, and I wanted this so badly. So I sold a planter box for it, changed it to blue, and then called it a day. I just replaced the flower there. But there we have it. This is the 1 bedroom, kind of like cutesy, girly starter home. As I said, I moved that book. And yeah, I love how this turned out. I absolutely do. With or without the columns, I think it's still a wonderful build. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Let me know if you would... actually, I have got Amelia Jennings on the gallery. So if you would like to download this sim, you certainly can. My gallery ID is in the description box below. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.